Good morning, class. How are you doing today? Today, we are going to learn a new Chinese poem. Before we begin today's lesson, let's quickly review what we learned in our last section. 讲礼貌。在我们课时开始之前呢，我们来复习一下上节课学到的内容。Let's start with a role play to practice polite expressions. Now, I need 2 volunteers. I will give you a scenario. Imagine you are in a restaurant. Yin, you are the waitress, and Yani, you are a customer. Yin, you are ordering the food. Please remember to use the polite expressions we learned last week. 我们要用上节课学到的内容进行我们的场景练习。Ready, action. Good job, everyone. Now, let's provide some feedback for them. What did they do well, and what could they improve? The feedback can not only help them to improve, but also for yourself. 我们来给他们一些反馈，帮助他们提升自己的同时呢，也给自己的水平进行一个提高。Fantastic! So, good manners is part of the social ability because it helps us maintain respectful and healthy interactions like we said last week, right? Today, now, we will explore a new topic. Before the topic, I would like to guide you to play another game called 天黑请闭眼. So now, 天黑了, please close your eyes. Did you hear anything? So what it is? The rain, that's right. Open your eyes, please. After your parading at home, I have a question for you. 雨从哪里来? Where do you think the rain come from? So excellent thoughts. Rain is a crucial part of our environment, right? It helps us sustain the life and maintain the balance. Let's explore the beautiful poem, shall we? 春雨, the spring rain. This is the title and the rain. Now, first thing first, let's read it together. I'll read it first and then you can follow along. 春雨，滴答滴答，下雨了。And here are some pictures to help you understand what this poem is about. Let's go through each sentence together. The poem helps us appreciate the beauty of rain in nature. So after reading and understanding the whole poem, do you have any questions? Great, let's move. Now it's time for one of your favorite parts. 我们又来到了你们最喜欢的环节之一啦。我呢，准备了一个视频。I have a video for you.Before watching, 在你们开始之前呢 I need you to think about the question first. Tell me, what do you think after the video? This is my question. Where did you learn from the video? How does rain fit into the water cycle?
Friends, and welcome to another new happy learning video. Today we will learn all about the water cycle. Earth, which is the planet we live on, is known as the blue planet because as much as 3/4 of the planet's surface is water. And water is so very important because without it there would be no life. Without it, these sweet little otters wouldn't exist. Or these playful bears. Nor this conceited bird. Or even us, the human beings. That is why we must look after it. We should conserve our water well, and most of all, we must maintain our rivers and oceans clean. Did you know water never stands still, but is in always constant movement, even though at times it doesn't seem like it? This water movement is what we call water cycle. Now, let's learn more about it. When the sun warms the water on the Earth's surface, it evaporates, converting itself into water vapor or steam. And it begins its incredible journey, flying into the sky, up towards the atmosphere. This first stage of its journey is known as evaporation. When the water converts in vapor, it rises towards the atmosphere, then cools down, transforming itself into clouds. This second stage of its journey is called condensation. Once the water has condensated and turned into a cloud, it continues its amazing journey by being blown by the wind, traveling from one place to another. Clouds are actually tiny little drops of water suspended in the air. But when the clouds grow, they collect more and more water. These water drops then crash into each other and become bigger drops of water. Then, at some point, they will end up falling to the ground in the form of rain or even snow. This stage of the water cycle is called precipitation. The water which falls to the ground, which precipitates in the form of either rain or snow, may land in rivers or even on the ground, to then seep through to subterranean currents of water. All this water must continue its long journey, covering vast amount of distances until it finally reaches the sea. When it arrives at the big blue sea, it will once again begin the process. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation. That is why it's called the water cycle, because it forms a never-ending circle. Isn't the water just so incredible?
Thanks for your sharing. All of your ideas are excellent. Last lesson I asked you, and most of you already learned or at least heard about the water cycle. It's essential for our environment, right? 上一节课我问过你们，你们都说都知道。So understanding it helps us see the bigger picture of how nature processes work. Now it's time for us to learn some Chinese characters. Did you remember the 4 tones? Ah, 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 ah. Look at the animation in the top left corner of the slide. 我们来跟着它一笔一画的写这些字。Please extend one of your fingers. Anyone will do, I don't mind, if you want to use your thumb. Let's write together. Watch carefully as I show you the stroke order and the pronunciation. Alright, well done kids. These characters can help you talk about the environment and the nature in Chinese. It's time for us to get creative. In small groups, you will create drawings that illustrate the importance of rain. After that, each group will present your artwork together in Chinese. Please make sure everyone in your group participates. You have to help each other. 我们这节课的主要任务呢，就是来 把我们所学到的、你想表达的东西用画的形式展现出来。Wonderful presentations! You all did a fantastic job expressing the importance of rain. Before we wrap up, let's, as usual, look ahead to our next lesson. We will talk about 买东西, go shopping next time. I have some photos for you. What can you see through these pictures? Isn't it familiar? So next time, we will learn how to make the eco-friendly shopping choices and what they matter in our daily lives. Great work today, everyone. By integrating topics like spring rain into our lessons, we not only learn Chinese, right? But also we understand the importance of the rain in nature. Hope you learned something today. See you next time. Actually, I delivered a demo lesson weeks ago. So these are the paintings that were created by the groups at that time. They are really interesting and really nice. They also give me the idea that I can relate it to the song, which probably they prefer most. And the last piece was the first kid. He had the song, and then I add some points to him. And the other kids was like, "Oh my god!"